Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from Southeast London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Reppin', otherwise short for Dele London Gooner. Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. And yes, once again, welcome to another DLG Reppin's Daily Transfer News involving all things to do with Arsenal Football Club. In terms of speculation, in terms of players' ins and outs. Before I get into the gossip and what I've read through doing research, all that I want you to do is show me love, show me joy and respect by smashing the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Drive them up to a record number. Why not do it tonight? Even on top of that, yeah, speaking of love, joy and respect, make sure you share this channel all over the world, yeah? Virally, especially to your friends and your relatives. And if you are watching me for the first time, yeah, if you're tuning into my content for the first time, should I say, welcome on board. Just share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives, yeah, and tell them, whether friends or relatives, to share it amongst their friends or their relatives. Let's keep this channel growing. On top of that, yeah, if you've got an opinion about a player that you would like to see at Arsenal, I think it's going to be a midfielder, and that's what Arteta has publicly stated, that he wants a midfielder, and he's made a stance on it. Excuse me. Yes, he's made a stance that he wants a midfielder, just to provide cover for mainly Thomas Partey more than Xhaka. He wants someone who can play the DM role as well as the number 8 role. So he's looking for a player in that situation that will suit our flexibility, especially when it comes to versatility. The flexibility is hugely important for us, and Mikel Arteta has made that clear that he wants that player in that area. Your views, your comments, etc., they're all, your views and your opinions are all welcome to the comment section below. And the comment section, as long as it's my comment section, is for positive feedback only. So keep it respectful, yeah? And keep it football, 100%. Football first, drop it in the comment section below. And last but not least, smash the subscribe button for me. Hit the sub button for me, left, right, and center. Gloriously but passionately for me, yeah? Let's get to 1,000 subscribers this year, beginning of this year, middle or end of this year, yeah? Let's do this, yeah? Smash the subscribe button. Remember, if you do subscribe, I'll show you love and shout you out, yeah? And make you feel welcome to my channel. So get subscribing. Right, let's get into the transfer speculation. And the main guy we're going to talk about is Moses Caicedo. Now, I've listened to what I've gone onto YouTube, and there's a 3-minute and 40-something second long conversation about Moses Caicedo. Now, Moses Caicedo is from Ecuador. As a young boy growing up, as the youngest of 10 siblings, yeah? He couldn't afford boots. His parents were able to bless him with boots whenever he needed it, because he couldn't afford to play with. He couldn't afford to buy boots for him to play football. Otherwise, he's playing football on bare feet. And he grew up in a poor society in Ecuador. God knows whereabouts. I think I've forgotten where it was he was born. But other than that, he's risen to the promised land of being a professional footballer. His best position is obviously midfield. That's his main position, and that's where he's comfortable. And he's taken the Premier League by surprise. But he has performed exceptionally well for Brighton, and he's a credit to the Premier League. Now, I've seen Moses Caicedo in action at the Emirates Stadium last season. Brighton beat us 2-1, and he was tremendous in his performance. His positioning, he knew where to receive the ball, when not to receive the ball, and alongside Inna Cuepo and another midfielder, the three of them, Basuma, they were absolutely terrific, and they went to Spurs and put in a terrific performance, especially defensively. They were structured, disciplined, always vocal And for me, he's just 21. He signed from Independiente de la Villa. That's a top division club in Ecuador for only £4.5 million. Now, Brighton have got the opportunity to allow him to move on. If it is to be Arsenal, they can take the 70 million plus the add-ons. That's coming from one source and one source only. But for me, Brighton can move on. I mean, De Serbi, apparently he has said that they're prepared to move on after Moses Caicedo. Now, this is going to be quite messy. Moses Caicedo has also come out and publicly spoken to Brighton fans on Twitter, and he's said that he's forever grateful for what Brighton have done for him. He thanks them for what they've. He thanks them for welcoming him to the club and giving him an opportunity, but he wants Brighton to use his transfer fee and continue to do the work that they have done. And he wishes Brighton all the best. Now, Brighton Hove Albion have told him to stay away from the training ground. Yeah? Because his head's not in the right place. And that's a fact. Now, for me, as an Arsenal man, I want to see a midfielder in there. Because Thomas Partey recently just had an MRI scan, and he seems to be all fine. So there's a chance that he can make the Everton game away. But for me, we cannot make the same mistakes as we made last season. So if we are to move to if we are to move for Moses Caicedo, we really have to be aggressive in this fee. Although Brighton have made it publicly clear, and they've made a stance on it publicly, that he is not for sale. Maybe come the end of the season, they may reevaluate the whole situation with Caicedo. If Caicedo's adamant, if the player himself is adamant that he does not want to play for Brighton again, then you're not getting you're risking not getting 100% performance out of him. If his heart's not set on playing for Brighton, if his head's not in the right place, how do you expect him to produce the performances he's capable of? He's not going to give 100%. I think Brighton have got to go with their heads. Use whatever Arsenal are going to produce, whatever Arsenal are willing to pay, take it, and you can go and buy enough. You can go and buy better than Caicedo for less than the $4.5 million you signed him for. But Brighton fans, Arsenal fans, any football fans, if you want to get in touch with me, then you know where my comment section is. Yeah, let's have a discussion about this. So moving on from Caicedo, the other alternative for me, for Arsenal, should I say, Zubimendi. Now, according to what I've read, Real Sociedad has said to Arsenal that if you want Zubimendi, that you pay his release clause of over, well, it's definitely over £52.67 million. That's the going rate, but with that amount of money being offered to Arsenal to pay, I think that's relevantly quite cheap compared to what midfielders are out there for the money that they're being charged. Brighton are trying to hold that for up to £100 million. Or if they're reasonable and Caicedo does want to go, they're going to hold out for over 70 million. That's still a lot of money. Zubimendi will be a lot cheaper, and that's another alternative. He's 23 years of age. I don't know if he's won a cap for Spain, but as far as I know, our scouting team have seen more than I have seen. So if they're adamant that this guy can come in and do a job, and let's see if he brings the physicality to the team. Let's see if he brings the tough tackling approach to the team. Let's see what he can bring. That's if Arsenal really want to pay the release clause. Let's talk about a striker here. Wali. Now, this guy, he's only 20 years of age, and he has been dubbed as the new Mbappe. Yeah, I get it, the new Mbappe. Well, he scored up to 20 goals for Montpellier. I would assume he's a France under 21 international. Again, this is something to do with our Arsenal scouts. Now, I don't know. I know very little about him, but I am open to bringing in new strikers who fit the profile and the philosophy and the method of football that we play. Should I say the method of football? Now, will this get done? I'm scratching my head here. Now, this is going to be done in the summer. And in the summer, we do need a striker. That's going to be the main priority. Who could that be? God knows. Now, Dusan Vlahovic would be an ideal bargain. I mean, Juventus, they need all the penny that we can get, but we won't take liberties. Whatever the fee Juventus are going to charge, they're not going to charge extortion rate for Vlahovic. Maybe last summer that would have been the case, but this summer he'll go for less than what they quoted him last year, and there's every possibility that we can get his signature over that line. Now, realistically, his wage demand shouldn't be such an issue amongst other targets that we have in mind. Now, it's up to the club hierarchy to produce that ambition, to match the ambition of the fans, if we're going to have many successful seasons. Now, if we're going to have a successful league campaign, we do need one more signing. And if we're going to go on to have another successful season, then we do need signings in the areas that we need to strengthen. So, Declan Rice, back to midfielders here. Now, even if we were to sign a competitive ball-winning midfield player, I don't think it will stop Arsenal from wanting to get another midfield player. Now, if you get Declan Rice, and let's say you get Moses Caicedo this month or on transfer deadline day, that will make Arsenal's midfield look very good. Declan Rice, Moses Caicedo, Thomas Partey, you've got no excuses there. Granit Xhaka, Odegaard, sending Lokonga on loan, that will strengthen Arsenal's midfield for the foreseeable future. And it will be an exciting area of the park to look at, to view on a match day, especially when you're sitting at the Emirates. That's exciting to think about. But again, it's just a dream. That's all it is. It's just a dream. Cedric Suarez. Let's talk about the outs now. Now, Fulham are still hoping to get this guy at least on loan, if not on a permanent basis. I do not know what's going on here. Other than the agents, only God knows what the agents know. But what I do know is Cedric Suarez will not be seeing many minutes for the Arsenal, and I think this move for him would be ideal for him. He's still in London. His family haven't got to move out of London, and it benefits his family and himself. However, if he does move by deadline day, I wish him all the best of luck, whether permanent or on loan. Otherwise, let's wrap it up here and say what a pleasure it is to do this content again. So once again, ladies, gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and always saving the best to last, as you know me already. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I'll be here again tomorrow with another fresh content, yeah? So bear that in mind with another DLG Reppin', because this is going to be this is right now at the business end of the transfer window. Let's see who we can get. Otherwise, More peace, more love, more blessings again. And do look after your friends. Do look after your families. Do look after yourself, which is always important. As DLG Reppin', you know me already, yeah? We're going to chat again. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please do all of that for me. And on top of that, yeah, before I go, please always remember to be nice and do always be nice. Thanks once again.